I've got a friend with me. It's a giant unicorn. If you didn't notice. This isn't mine. This wasn't bought for me. I bought it for another reason. It's not a gift I'm giving to somebody. It's a prize that I had to buy, and that is in my house. So I thought I would have her here while I recorded. I'm gonna have to just pop out for a sec to get a tissue because my nose is running already. I don't know why. And she can take over while I'm gone. If you were wondering how I was gonna achieve maximum beautifulness in this video, it was through having a snotty bright red nose. This is just through my allergy. I've got a dust allergy and my house is just a dusty mess. So it was my birthday the other day, the 27th of November, and in the past I have done like little birthday hauls on what I got, and they were very popular, and someone had messaged me and said, are you going to do a haul this year? And seeing as though I hadn't put all of my gifts away yet, I thought, why not? So I have my presents strewn across the floor here. First one I want to show you, our first set really, is this. Of course I have my cup of tea. This is a cup and saucer from a designer I love. I'm not really into designer things. I don't have designer clothes or handbags, but I have a few items from Sophie Allport in the Secret Santa that I did a few years ago. Somebody had sent me a Sophie Allport cup, the bumblebee one. I love the bumblebee, it's my favourite. And a lovely lady, I think it was from Florida she lived, she had bought me the apron, the bumblebee apron. So I'm getting quite a little collection of Sophie Allport bumblebee stuff. So my partner, being the wonderful man he is, got me a few things for Biscuits of Britain. So this is the large bumblebee cup and saucer. I do have the small bumblebee cup downstairs. My mum always uses that one. So when I do Biscuits of Britain, I don't have to have a tiny little cup of tea. I've also got, where do we start? Got a few things from this. Also, I am doing this on the floor. I felt it was very reminiscent of my older videos. A lot of my older videos were just filmed sat on the floor, and it's how I'm very comfortable. I do like to sit on the floor even when there's a sofa there. I don't know why. Maybe I like feeling close to the ground. In here. Now who can tell me? Do you know? Does anyone know what this is? I think this might be a British person thing. Some people might not have a clue why you would have a miniature bowl in the shape of a teapot. But this is to put your tea bags. So obviously when you're stirring your tea and you're brewing it, you pull the hot bag out, and a lot of time you don't want to put the hot bag into the bin straight away, at least I don't. The reason I don't put it into the bin straight away is because it heats the bin up a little bit. and it makes it a bit smelly. You don't want to put heat into a kitchen bin. So what you do, also your bin might be the opposite end of the room. So you have a little pot or a cup or whatever, and you put the tea bag on there, and then when it's got far too many tea bags on and it's spilling over, then you empty it into the bin. Or at least that's how I do it, and other people I know. These actually won't get used like that. These are specifically for Biscuits of Britain, although I will be using this normally. Put that in there. Here. We have the sweetest little milk jug. It's nice to have everything matching. The stuff I use for Biscuits of Britain is all mismatched. So I've got different cups, a teapot that doesn't match the milk jug. So it'll be nice to have everything that goes together. So I'm going to put my milk in there. I don't know why, Sophie Allport's got a load of designs. I don't know why it's the bumblebee one that I love the most. I think it's just because I like bees and honey. Or maybe it was just because that was the first one I ever got. I think it was my mum who got me into it. She, if I recall correctly, she bought me a tea towel with the bumblebees on, and I love the tea towel. And I'll admit, I've never used it because it just seems too nice. Not to use, like it's too nice to use, so it's just kind of sat in my tea towel drawer, looking all decorative and pretty. And I always thought I might frame it, like to be like some kitchen artwork, but really I should use it. If a tea towel is never used, then it never fulfills its purpose. Oh, so I might buy myself no one. They're just so snuggly and soft. I've got another one, a lion. That's in the bedroom. I've only got them for a couple more days. They're taking up a lot of space. Bumblebee placemat. Now this is like almost a light sage colour rather than the white that's on the others. And I think you can get cups in the green with the bees on. Excuse me, madame. opening these on my birthday morning. How cute is that? Of course, it can be as cute as I like, but it has to be a good pourer. Having a good teapot, it's a good pourer, is imperative to the tea making process. It's got a nice easy lid and it's very... It reminds me of when I was younger, when everyone actually used teapots to make tea. Now everyone makes tea in a cup. But when I was younger, everybody had a teapot. And of course everyone had a tea cosy. Sometimes it was an animal on the top with the cosy, or it was just crazy patterns. But everyone had a tea cosy, and that tea cosy was always stained with tea around there. So I've got that whole set for Biscuits of Britain, and I've got some biscuits to do. So I've got a few days off next week. I have been working ridiculous amounts. I've been working basically full time at my day job, and then I was working extra hours on my evening jobs. And I think one week I worked 60 hours. And I was like, I just want to get home and film and have time. And everything's calmed down now. And they're back down to the hours I'm meant to be doing. So it's like, yes, I can film. So I'm going to get this room all sorted. Everything's constantly up and down in this house with all the renovations. Next week we're getting bifolding doors. Will it be next week? Next week or the week after? We're getting some bifolding doors fitted and some glass replaced, and a couple of doors and things done. But that's all downstairs, so I can set this room up and get it how I want, and just have everything out permanently, so I can just jump into filming. So what else did I get? Where do I start? Okay. I'm going to start with this, which is getting wet. Stay over there. So this was a gift to myself. And I remember scrolling, this is from QWERTY, because they do prints as well as t-shirts and jumpers and things. And I remember scrolling down all of the different prints and not really paying attention to what this was from. And I remember just reading, "It's only forever, not long at all." And I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then I kept on scrolling and I was like, hold on, that's from the Labyrinth. So I had to get it. I don't have any artwork in my office up at the moment. I do have stuff to put up, but not much. And I thought I'd like this in a frame, so I bought a frame. And I'm going to put it up. So that was my gift to myself. I was very generous. It was £4. £4. So I splashed out the big bucks. Sit up. Get in there. There we go. What else? I'll show you this and I'll get it hung up because it's wet. My brother bought me this, and this comes from a company called Truffle Shuffle. I'll put all links underneath for all of these things because a lot of people have asked where these jumpers were from. So he got me this. Of course I love Labyrinth. And I wore this on my birthday. I've had to wash it because my friend's baby threw up on me. I went to see her. She's only like 5 weeks old, something like that. So when I got her, I was like, don't poo on me, don't throw up on me. Got 2 rules. She didn't listen. So I ended up being covered in baby sick. So I've had to wash it, and it's wet. It's just literally just come out the washing machine. So everything it's touching, it's getting damp. So I love that. I'm just going to go and hang this up so it dries off. Another jumper I got. It's this one. I've never owned a Christmas jumper until now. So you can get like the Simon QWERTY actually. I like the look of Merry Jerry Christmas, which is the Rick and Morty one, and I think there was a cool Stranger Things one as well. So this was from boohoo.com. My boyfriend got me this, but I've had to wash it already before I can even wear it, because you know when you buy jumpers, or you're in the shops trying jumpers on, and you put them on and you put maybe like something like this over a black t-shirt, and then you take it off and you're covered in fluff. This was just, I opened it up and laid it on my bed, because I opened my presents in bed, and there was fluff everywhere just from taking it out of the wrapping. So I've had to wash it before wearing it, but I'm looking forward to wearing this, my first Christmas jumper. And it's really soft and very thick, very thick, like really thick. I don't know whether it's because it's got so much pattern on it, whether that has something to do with how much wool is used, but it's a really, really thick jumper. Another item of clothing. Don't know what this person is saying about me. It says, oops, did I roll my eyes out loud? It actually smells of fish. Like really strong fish. That's because I wore this yesterday to my mum's house, and she made a fish pie while I was there. So obviously your clothes end up smelling of food, and I can smell the fish on this, so I'm gonna have to wash it. I think maybe she's suggesting that I roll my eyes when I shouldn't. We all do it though. It's like someone does something or says something, it's like, ugh. It's good to get an eye roll out. Exercises the eyeballs. The last piece of clothing. These aren't very practical, but they are cute as hell. They're from, I don't know where they're from actually. I think I took the tag off. My mum got me them, but they are bamboo socks. What does it say on the bottom? Powder, I think that says. I don't know if that's the people who designed it, but they are like knee-high socks, which I haven't really got anything that I would wear with these to go out. And being 35, I know age is just a number, but there are certain things that I just don't wear anymore outside, but I would 100% wear these in the house. I used to own a lot of knee-high socks, and I think when I started decluttering them, they got the chop. the summer, I like to wear denim shorts or just shorts around the house, and then on the evening I'll put like socks on to keep my feet warm. So I'll be wearing those, but I love the colours. And like the little ruffles on the top, the detail in them. Just had to get a hair out of my eye. Does anyone else get that? Like fibres in your eyes and you just know straight away. I always have to shine my torch at the side and then like pull my eye down, and I can always see it attached from the bottom lashes onto my eyeball. I've had to stop using baby wipes because of that reason. I used to use baby wipes to take my makeup off, and I was constantly getting hairs in my eyes, like little fibres, and it was every day, and I just couldn't hack it because I was every day just essentially pulling my mascara off in order to get to this fibre. So now I use baby shampoo and a flannel to get it off. I'm not going through everything that I got for my birthday. I got some perfume, and I did get, I want to show you these. For those of you who have followed me for a while, you may remember that my Christmas tree is made up of completely different decorations. I don't have a theme for my Christmas tree, like a colour theme or any theme. All of my decorations are different. I have collected them for about 12 years now, 13 years. So each year I'll buy a new one or a couple of new ones when I go on holiday, rather than buying magnets. If there's a Christmas shop, which there usually is on holiday, I will buy a new decoration. So my mum gets me new decorations. This one's just popping off the top there. Push back on. So at a shop she went to, she found some decorations. I've also got some from viewers. Boxes that viewers have sent me in the past have had stuff that I can hang on my Christmas tree. So I've actually got some like YouTube decorations, and it's nice because every year I get them out, and every year I forget what I have, and I'll pull a decoration out and it'll be a memory. It'll be a memory of where I got it, which holiday I was on, which person gave me it. And I love going through them every single year and bringing back all of those memories. So this one is Snow-Topped Acorn, which I don't have anything like this. I have a few Santa Claus ones. I mean, they're all different types, but I've got Santa Claus and reindeers. But I don't actually have anything like this. A little bit crinkly back. And also this one. I have a few in this kind of style, like a vintage style. Obviously I haven't got this actual decoration, but I've got a few with like really old images on, made to look like they're very vintage. And I just like having a tree full of different decorations. It's just, I find it really interesting to look at. Like I used to, when I moved out of my house and I had my own Christmas tree, I just went to Asda and bought like a pack of, you know, silver and gold baubles, the normal type you get. And it was just a tree of silver and gold baubles. I didn't really find it interesting. And then as I started to get new decorations every year, and the lovely thing is, anything goes. Like if I had a tree where it was just silver and gold, if someone bought me a red one, it would throw the whole thing off. But literally anything can go on my tree. Stuff I made when I was a kid. I've got decorations from my nieces, my godchildren, like baubles with their picture on. So anything I get, I can just put on the tree. It's brilliant. Another thing my mum got me, which is adorable now. I don't do trinkets and ornaments and tchotchkes. Is that how you pronounce it? Tchotchkes? I think it is. I only ever heard that from, what was her name? I was watching a Instagram this morning. Pretty Neat Living, but it was Jen. I forgot her original channel name. She Organise Like Jen. So Organise Like Jen has a lot of like little ornaments, and she used to call them tchotchkes. And I remember thinking, what is a tchotchke? Anyway, I think it's just a trinket. So in day-to-day living, I don't do those. But Christmas, I do. Christmas, my living room just gets filled with ornaments and pictures and candles and everything Christmas. So as long as it's a Christmas themed one, I love it. So my mum bought me this. She's adorable. She's got a little gold shoes there, fur-topped boots, skinny little legs. She's been skipping leg day. She's got a crunchy bum. Little furry dress. Gold wand for granting wishes. Gold wings. One of my favourite things is her hair. I absolutely love her hair. And a crown. The crown's a little bit wonky because she was in a bag with tissue paper. So I've had to straighten it out. But I think she's absolutely adorable. So she's going to sit on the edge of my mantelpiece with all of my other Christmas things. I think I'm going to have to spread them around the house this year because I've got so much now. But this is the first year with my new mantelpiece. What do you think? She's got a snood. I love it. I absolutely love it. Take a seat down there. This is the second bag. The first bag is in the bin. Not because I threw it away, but because it's empty. It's empty. Somebody ate them. I can't promise it wasn't me. But since Monday, an entire bag of these has gone missing. So I've got a second bag there. just a face cream. I tested this face cream actually. I'm part of a review group called Buzz Agent, and they got me to sample this months and months ago, and I actually really liked it. So they gave me this size sample, so I had months to use it, and I've just eventually finished it, and I liked it so much I wanted more. It says it gets rid of like red marks. It doesn't do that, but it is a really nice cream. It's very light, so I put that on my birthday list. Got some planner stickers. I love that these are becoming so mainstream now. Before you could only really get them on Etsy, whereas now, you know, you've got like ready-made planner stickers. So there's ones, take note, love this. You know, I can just put birthdays and things on there. And then if there's any big events coming up, I can use those. So I'm loving this. I don't actually have a planner anymore. I had an Erin Condren one 2 years ago, and I loved it, but now I use what's it called? I think it's just Google Calendar. It's just Google Calendar on my phone, but I sync it up with my partner's, and whenever I'm adding shifts at work or going out, that's what I use primarily. Then at home I have a pigeon calendar, because one of my viewers, Dilly, he got me it. So I've got this magnificent pigeon calendar, which I love because I can see the entire month. So I can just look at it, and like I did this 2 weeks ago, I've got this a week ahead. And I did have a planner that I'm for 2017, but since starting to use the Google Calendar, I've found that I've needed the planner less and less, to the point where I just never looked in it, I never filled it in. So what I'm going to do is use this for my calendar. So put all my work shifts on, put birthdays and things on. The next one is a Doodle Notebook, which is perfect for me because I am a doodler. I am the type of person who will write my notes and then draw something in the corner, or do some stars, or do something like that. So in this notebook there are little pictures in the corner there for you to colour in, for you to scribble on, whatever you want to do. And I think there's also a full pages of stuff you can colour in there as well. I love notebooks, I don't know why. I think out of everything I hoard, which is nothing, I hoard notebooks and pens and stationery. I just love notebooks. I don't journal. I don't necessarily have a planner, but I like writing things down. I like making lists. I love making lists. I have lists on my phone, I have lists on my desk. I have lists downstairs of what I'm going to eat. I'm a list person, and having somewhere to write my list is very important to me. And I can put my stickers in there as well to say what kind of list it is. I'm sure there was something I read years ago about the type of person who likes to make lists. Or was I talking to someone? I don't remember, but somebody said, do you like to make lots of lists? And I said, yeah. And they went, you're this type of person. I don't know whether we were talking about dyslexia or what, but they had mentioned there's a specific type of person who writes a lot of lists, rather than, you know, like paragraphs of stuff, or prefers to keep things short. Okay, I might need a bit, you might need to move over. Oh, you're going to reveal the extent of my house, look. So this, what's that? Oh, just a hole. Oh, you can't see that one. So this is where it was a single switch. And then these are my new switches. My new switches are flat against the wall. Rather than like, you know, the ones that stick out. They're like really flush. My mum went to a fair and bought me this. It's vintage. So obviously it's not brand new and sparkly and wonderful. It has character and I love it. It is a vintage umbrella. Now I love really nice umbrellas. I don't just have a plain umbrella. I've got like a blue polka dot one. I've got one of those clear ones with flowers all over. And now I've got this. So let me take you through the details. So we start off on the top. Just a nice little, I don't know the terminology, a little spike. But when you're walking. And then that's all gathered together in like a little ruched hat for it. The outside of the umbrella is it's like a royal blue kind of colour. I wouldn't say navy, it's a bit lighter than navy, but there is, where is it? You can see, you know, like there's wear and tear there. There's a little patch there. As we go down, there's like a rope detail snaking around the handle to a very ornate, handle, and then the end of the handle. Hold on, I don't know. Yes, there we go. That's a red jewel. I love it. I absolutely love it. I would love to know when this was made. Obviously it's not like from the 1900s, but I'd like to know when these things were made. It does say, oh no it doesn't, it just says that it's nylon. Is there an umbrella expert out there? My favourite bit about the umbrella, and don't worry I'm not superstitious, so it won't bring me bad luck, when you open it up. I might have to put you back for this. 1 second. This is the inside of the umbrella. I love it. I think there was some writing there. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure whether it's got wet. Then it's transferred. But this is my lovely vintage umbrella. So I cannot wait to use this. The one thing I have noticed is it doesn't have, you know, the little clasps that hold it closed. I mean, when you tip it upside down, it doesn't open, so that's not a problem. It opens enough to see the detail inside, but it doesn't fall open like a normal brolly. All of the modern brollies have something that wraps it close like that, and this doesn't. But I adore this. Oops. It opens when you spin it. There we go. So I'm actually hoping for rain, just so I can use my new umbrella. So that is it. You can come back in now. You can come in. Here we go. Bring it in. Bring it in for a cuddle. There we go. So that is my birthday haul. Like I said, that wasn't everything, but I got a lot of chocolate. I got some perfume. I've actually got one of the perfumes here. rubbing your massive foot on that stand, are you? So this one was Le Petit Robe Noir by Cerulean. They have like a new style of bottle. This one is style number 8. Originally my brother bought me, like a mouse. Originally my brother bought me this. He smelled it in an airport and just had to buy it because it was so nice. And that's how I ended up with it originally. And I ran out. About 3 weeks ago, I started running out of perfume. You know when you're using it up and you actually use it up. I used up all of my perfume and I was down to 1. And it was an evening perfume, so even during the day I was wearing this evening perfume. So yeah, it's nice to have a different scent. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna make myself a fresh cup of tea and I'm going to see how much snow has laid outside. And I'm gonna put everything away now. I can finally put things away. I've been keeping it all upstairs in the corner of the room, ready to make this video. Do you want to say anything, Eunice? No? Okay. See you later then.